So this uh again comes in the midst of all the Israel-Palestine shit. It gets lost. But again, not shocking that the world is failing on pledges to end deforestation by 2030. A coalition of research organizations and civil society has conducted a new study that evaluates the progress towards eliminating deforestation and as well as restoring 865 million acres of degraded land by the end of the decade. And the report, which is titled Off Track and Falling Behind, I feel like that's an apt headline.
I feel like it should be Off Track and Falling Behind, and we are fucked and we are screwed.
Yeah. That's actually the subheadline.
Yeah, subheading.
And so the report actually shows that not only are we not reaching these goals, in some ways we're actually moving backwards. So, cool.
Well, and this is the same thing with all of these pledges.
Right.
They're great pledges and they mean nothing.
No.
And they're not enforceable and no one cares. And you have sociopaths at the top of all the systems. So when is the day they're going to walk into the boardroom and go, oh, we got that pledge we have to do. We need to stop cutting down those woods, which make us billions of dollars. And we need to build those back up so that the world will be better in 20 years. Like never. Everyone, the Paris Climate Accords, there's like 2 countries that are actually doing what it said.
Because nothing is binding.
It's meaningless.
Totally meaningless.
And in fact, they're actually, the Paris Climate Accords and these others, there's an easy argument to make that they're actually harmful because they make activists think we did something, think we can go home because we got the Paris Climate Accords or whatever. And you can't go home because they don't mean anything.
So, and I talk about this in my new documentary called To the Trees, which y'all can check out at tothetreesfilm.com.
Boom!
Oh,
just fancy. Put it up on the screen.
But basically the importance of, because I think a lot of people can get lost in the weeds, like, well,
lost in the woods,
lost in the saplings about like, oh, well, we can just replant a bunch of trees, right? It's not really how it works. Deforestation is more, and of course, this speaks to our really crooked paradigm with regards to nature. Deforestation is about more than just cutting down a tree. You destroy vast ecosystems when you cut down a forest, because guess what? A forest is not just trees. It's all kinds of little critters, and it's all kinds of other plants that form an ecosystem that, guess what, helps protect against climate chaos. Isn't that kind of cool? So when you destroy that, and then of course there's like the other scientific aspect, like carbon capture, like for instance, redwood forests are the most carbon dense forest in the world. So literally these trees are sucking up our sins and in return give us life. And we're like,
that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Is that just like a poem on the spot, sucking up our sins?
Poem on the spot, poem on the spot. $5. Okay. But so like that is just how twisted it is. And so it's not a matter of like, oh, everyone just go outside and plant a tree, like not shitting on anyone planting trees, but that's not the only thing that we can do. We have to defend what is still there. And so when we talk about falling behind on deforestation, it's not like, well, screw it, just plant some trees. No, it means that we are dying quicker because we are ruining our ability to fight climate chaos, to have air to breathe. So this is a really important issue. And I mean, again, like you could even tie this again into Palestine, like the destruction of olive groves, the fact that settlers and soldiers will oftentimes set fire or uproot olive groves that are integral parts of that ecosystem. It's almost kind of weird how all these horrific things connect to each other, that like the horrors of colonialism and the horrors of capitalism and the horrors of climate chaos all kind of connect, isn't it? Anyway, that's my time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I thought you nailed it.